Live from our studios here on the John Hammond Street, Ghana's capital, Accra. Good afternoon. Welcome to Weekend Central. I am Godwin Asedeba.
And later in the bulletin, we tell you why the United States Ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, is urging Ghana to protect the rights of all individuals regardless of their sexual orientation. We have details of these and more in the next 60 minutes. Stay with us.
The bulletin is live on DSTV channel 279. We are streaming across the world on Facebook, where you can join us with your thoughts and comments at TV3 Ghana as well. Glad you've made some time to join us. We begin the program from here. The New Patriotic Party presidential candidate, Dr. Bawumia, has promised the people of Oforikrom that he will strengthen the free senior high school program when voted into office. Addressing party supporters at Oforikrom in the Ashanti region, Dr. Bawumia says with the massive developmental projects of the NPP, the party will win the upcoming elections.
A campaign over 15 regions, 240 constituencies.
I'm done campaigning in 15 regions and 240 constituencies. With the sentiment I'm picking from Oforikrom, it's evident that the NPP will win both the parliamentary and presidential elections come 2024.
On December 7th, by 12 midnight, that the NPP has won the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections. Yamiadum yebedin kunim, dientia yebedin kunim no, every ejuma yaye, enyasa.
This victory is as a result of a good work done.
Se MPP ye Ghana for bo, se omudi eba ebetina koniano soa, ye the free senior high school education, ye the beba Ghana.
We have delivered on our promises, especially the free SHS policy, which supports over 5.7 million people.
For a 419 is not possible. It is possible. You bet me, and if you were watching, you the free SHS aba, Yankwada bako 5.7 million children and senior high school free.
Still within the camp of the NPP, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Anchibo-Siako, urged the party supporters to come in their numbers on December 7 to vote for the NPP.
The winning election 2024 is in our sight. It's up to us to win election 2024. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia is winning. Is winning. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia is winning. Bawumia is winning. Bawumia is going to be the president of Ghana. Bawumia will be the president. I declare. I declare. I declare. I declare. I declare. I declare. Bawumia will be the next president. Bawumia will be the next president. I decree and declare, Bawumia will be by fire, by thunder, by fire, by thunder. Bawumia will be the next president. By fire, by thunder, by decree and declare, Bawumia will be the next president. Bawumia will be the next president. We are winning election 2024 one touch.
It's a heated mood indeed. 27 days to the real day. December 7 is just around the corner. But let's still stay on this topic and connect with my colleague, Daniel Opoku, who is covering the tour of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Daniel, thank you so much for your time. What are the key messages Dr. Bawumia is focusing on during this campaign tour? And if you can tell us where you are at the moment.
Good afternoon to you. Currently, I am at Kwabre South, where the vice president has been engaging some party supporters and also some party faithful, telling them his ideas. The crux of his discussion, or the crux of his conversation, and the need for them to vote for him border on one. The need for them to vote for him so they could embark on a massive developmental project for their communities. Most of the communities that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has visited, there are problems with roads. There are also problems with electricity. There are also problems with internet connectivity. There are also problems with healthcare. And that has been the crux of his campaign, that there's a need for them to vote for him. So when it comes to power, you'll be able to fix a lot of their deplorable roads. And areas where there are no healthcare, areas where there are no hospitals, Dr. Mahmoud has renewed his commitment to set up a hospital or facilitate the construction of a hospital. Let's not forget, the government has started the Agenda 111, which is a major policy initiative. Dr. Mahmoud has renewed the commitment that when he wins power from next year, 2025, almost all the Agenda 111 projects will be completed. That's what I've been asking them, telling them almost all Agenda 111 projects will be completed. And also, he will strengthen the drone delivery process, the drone delivery healthcare. It is something that Dr. Mahmoud has renewed a commitment to put a lot of investment to strengthen that. And again, about education, which has been the core or one of the major policy, one of the major highlights in the policy is the free SHS program. Dr. Mahmoud is saying that he will strengthen the free SHS, that the people should vote for him. When they vote for the former president, there's a possibility that the free SHS would be affected. But a vote for him will actually push the free SHS to the next level. Already from the implementation of free SHS till now, in excess of 5.7 million children have been enrolled into the free SHS program, which he has made a commitment to strengthen us. So going further, he's asking the people to vote for him. That 2024 is very confident that he will win the upcoming elections.
It's usually expectant that you get massive reactions from people. How have the people been reacting to some of the things Bawumia has been saying?
Right, so all the areas that he has been to, the various constituencies that he's gone, we realize that the people are really receiving the messages in a very good heart, especially with the free SHS program. They want to speak to the people. What they tell you is that they even never thought that their children will even get the chance to go to senior high school, especially when you look at the quantum amount involved in terms of trying to enroll a child into the senior high school. But with the commitment of government taking a chunk of the amount involved, a lot of the awards have gone to senior high school. So every constituency that he's been to, you see placards with inscription, free SHS is a good policy. Free SHS, government should continue to push that particular agenda, that we are in for a free SHS program. And that has been the core of a lot of the parents and a lot of the students who have really come in contact with the vice president, also
Absolutely.
the NPP flag bearer. They need to strengthen the free SHS program.
Right. We know Dr. Bawumia has been speaking about coexistence between Muslims and Christians. Let's take a quick look at what he has been saying and return to you shortly, Daniel.
Africa, County 5, Ghana, Kaho, into Yedanyamiasi, the entire Ghana, Asumjewa Ghana, no, said, Christopher. Any cramofo, ya city no more, ye were a carbon yet tem. Christopher, any cramofo. Say yet nano. The Tokubi any yet tem, the Pia Coso Jojo. Yamea Tom, and ne Ubishu said cramofo imams, Omoti, Asore Daimo. Oh, the baby ada. Africa, baby, Chief Imam, now Okotini birthday, 100 and something years, 101 and I say 102. Oko Christ the King parish.
Peace is definitely what we're all looking for. But where is the next stop, Daniel?
Right, so right after Kwabre South, he will be moving to other areas within the constituency to be moving to Swame. After Swame to Otafo. That Swame is the area for the former majority leader of parliament, Honorable Chairman Sabunsu. That about the campaign in that area. Then also Otafo, the current member of parliament, Vincent Asilfa, who is the deputy minister of information, and Dr. Man will be moving to his constituency to also campaign. And the reception has been very huge. Reception has been very great. That he believes that by midnight, 7th of December, he'll be declared the president of Ghana.
Right, Daniel Opoku is on a tour with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who happens to be the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Thank you so much for your time, but we definitely do know that all of these things are coming up because Dr. Matthew Opoku Krempe made mention of the fact that when Muslims vote for the NDC, it is a haram. But looking at what Bawumia is also saying in the picture, it looks as though they're trying to create some sort of peace ahead of December 7.
Let's now go to the quarters of the NDC because its presidential candidate says the party is minded about the lessons Asin North gave politicians after a deliberate attempt to deny representation in parliament of innocent Asin citizens, urging Ghanaians to resist re-electing the New Patriotic Party in December's election. John Mahama warned that doing so would effectively hand President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo an unofficial third term. Here is Kamala Kluchet's report.
The Asin North project by the NDC presented it with the first test in the quest to winning election 2024. They have boasted it remained the dress rehearsal for the ultimate goal. John Mahama stormed the MPP strongholds of Asin South and Central. In Asin and Dua, the chiefs said they believe in the ability of the NDC leader to reset the country and bring Ghana back on track. John Mahama says he is poised and focusing on building a better Ghana.
You're paying for Enakase, Yasu Ansa, Yasu and Su, Yehuni Modu. And Nadia, you bet me, Akase, I buy me a nina, Yehu. And in your meme, Jane say, ah. Enti nyamuka ye tobe amuye ina sena nyamobe ye ni na mo bia enya adwen se bibia beba beka ho nyoma ya no mo ye hwe embeka ho asa.
His entourage then proceeded to Asin Fusu, a seat the NDC badly wants to snatch.
Baby bia oko baby bia obetu na esi no nyame onfa ho nhya won ti de ebeka nananom beka no se yenso ye konkonwa dem a ye be hira okose.
For John Mahama, the NDC's development drive must wake up the ordinary voter.
Batwa ye betu yi Ghana for beje omutumi na every omonsa ebi se omo ntimi anhwe so eza enti mesremo 7 December obia enye krado se ye beto ni asesa nyoma se yama MPP for asotwe ama omo enhu se ni omo ye no omo ase ya brabo a ene eche se ye hye munkuran se omo san be ye se abiom.
He then moved to Breku in Asin North.
So it is possible for us to win the 3 Asin. For Asin North, we are certain that on 7 December, then this seat will be declared again for the NDC.
Since I'm here, Queenino, Macassa say Queenie. Tama na NDC wono. Safi de Grammy. Near 25 cities. Near Tono. Says ya way. We got on 1.8. I want to so Caprimpo. Some year Queenia, Mahama. Nabras or Shay, Quafo, Yetmidi, Yedi and Marco School, Yashawomo. Mahama, any your question. Your question, but the only problem.
Minimsa send off Maji NDC at Minimsa Omo Fasika Mayabium, every so Minimsa Modia, Chasoboku Sikano, Mubedi, and so Monto.
Kamala Kluchet, TV3 News, Asin North.
Let's connect with Kamla Kluche, who is following John Mahama's campaign team. Kamla, where is John Mahama? What more has he been saying?
Grace, if you can hear me, well, John Mahama is still in the central region. It's day 3 of his campaign in the region, a swing region, and to the extent that he takes the region very seriously, he's covered 14 constituencies so far, and today he would be covering almost about 22 or so of it. And the expectation is that he galvanizes the base of the party for him to be able to get the required numbers. He needs to be able to cross the margin to obtain the 50+1 vote or even more to be able to become the next head of state of the country. But I must say that he has quite a very tall order. I would go on to another subject, but let me just run by you. He is in the Hima Lower Dentra constituency now. There's a community engagement. So we're going to Commander. He would also be going to Cape Coast North and South. He will also be doing the Abura Asebu Kwamankasi constituency and all that. But John Mahama has equally been adding his voice once more to the raging controversy in Parliament. We are aware that confusion that is broke between the NDC and the MPP, where the NDC claims that they are the majority because of the seats that have been declared vacant by the Speaker. Irrespective of what the court cases are, John Mahama recognizes his men or his party in the legislature as the majority. Let's listen to John Mahama speaking and then addressing constituents in the Ejumako Enyane CM constituency of Dr. Kesela Tokoto and his description of him.
Yeah, Honorable Atoforsen. Mr. Majority Leader, oh yeah, Honorable Atoforsen. Oh yeah, Nipa. Oh here NDC party ni ye papa. Na minimse mobeto abama no. Na moto abama na. Ya wonyoma bebre a ya baba ebo a obeya amaye. Wa wonim. Yes your penyansafo. Ebuni be kana asem. Etomodi ane se mobeto abama no. Na modi na beka yesa. Ezu we de ni ameka ane se abato ayekoto yi. Ade ba ko pe ena ewo se ebisa ye ho. Eno se ewo se obia ehwe na setna noto abapa. Na ye nim se hwe wo twini eni o ba kosu yi. Enti hwe wa setna na to abapa. Ni aka ne se mepagya ne sa na obi ehu se ono ni agina tum se oye NDC parliamentary candidate for Ejumako Enyang Esiam constituency.
Presidential candidates of the NDC, John Mahama there. Kamla, thank you for bringing us up to speed on his activities. We'll definitely come back to you for more. This is Weekend Central on TV3. We're also live on DSTV channel 279. Let us know how you feel about all the stories we have rolled out so far.
We continue from here. The British High Commissioner to Ghana, Harriet Thompson, says some Ghanaians fear the country's 2024 elections will be less peaceful as compared to previous ones. In a speech to mark the birthday of King Charles III, she stressed the need for peaceful and transparent polls, urging persons with influence to champion that cause.
Ghana has fallen 4 places on the Global Peace Index from 51st to 55th rank, although the overall state of peace in the country is high. Political parties a few days ago committed to peaceful elections, sensing the damaging consequences chaos could bring. British High Commissioner for Ghana, Harriet Thompson, has urged key stakeholders to campaign for peace. She raised a concern that some Ghanaians fear this year's election will be less peaceful.
Unfortunately, my colleagues and I are frequently told by a range of people that they fear Ghana's 2024 elections will be less peaceful than previous elections. That's worrying for everyone, because an election that's not peaceful would be incredibly damaging for Ghana, as well as dangerous, of course, for those directly involved. But the good thing is that politicians and others in influential positions can prevent this from happening. So I urge all of you with influence to do all you can to ensure that Ghana has credible, transparent, inclusive and peaceful elections, to make sure that Ghanaians continue their proud tradition of democracy.
The United Kingdom continues to build stronger ties with Ghana and is expected to deploy observers nationwide for the polls.
We've helped communities in the Volta region cope with damaging floods, and we're supporting farmers in the north who are struggling with crop failure due to a lack of rain. We're working with Ghana to help regulate the informal gold sector. And the UK and Ghana's tax authorities are working together to find new approaches to increasing tax revenue. We do all these things and more because it's in the interest of both of our countries. A strong Ghanaian economy creates opportunities for UK-Ghana trade to increase, allowing both of our countries to grow. We strongly support Ghana's democracy.
On the occasion of the birthday of King Charles III, the government of Ghana appreciated the support from the United Kingdom and the trade partnerships between both countries.
It is my fervent hope that the reign of His Royal Majesty the King will witness continued and enhanced cooperation between our two countries for the mutual benefit of our peoples in the years ahead.
The King's birthday party brought together prominent figures including the President, government officials, business leaders and the diplomatic community. A fashion show took place to celebrate sustainability brands, underscoring the importance of addressing global challenges like climate change. Christian Yale, TV3 News, Accra.
And as Ghana's general election inches closer, the National Media Commission is asking journalists to uphold the peace in the country by reporting only the facts in a responsible manner. Addressing a section of the media in Kumasi, Chairman of the Commission, Yao Bwedu Ayeboafo, entreated personnel not to compromise facts for speed, as actions and inactions of the media can either bring peace or spark violence.
Now, despite the tense political atmosphere, the media's role in the sustenance of peace before, during, and after the December election is deemed paramount.
The politicians can misbehave foolishly and irresponsibly. The Electoral Commission could itself be mislead itself and act foolishly. But if we in the media are alert to our responsibilities, there will be no war. Because we will state the facts and explain things to people that we can rationally appeal the conscience of people and they will stay stable. The Electoral Commission may do everything right. The politicians may do everything right. We can destroy all of that when we misbehave.
At a media forum for election 2024, organized by the Ghana Journalists Association and National Media Commission, members of the Inky fraternity were instructed to stick to putting out only factual information.
And the thing that we can do is that we do not just rush and be the first to tell. I mean, what is the pride in you being the first to tell when every time that you tell the wrong story? People are not interested in who told the story first. People are interested in who told the story in a manner that it makes sense and it appeals to the conscience of people rather than the sentiments and the emotions of the people.
Touching on the Boko conflict, Yao Bwedu Ayeboafo stressed on the need to restore sanity in the area because the disturbances affect the entire country.
Any problem in any part of Ghana is a problem that affects every one of us. We cannot sit in Kumasi or Accra and presume, because we don't know when there may be the need for you to travel. Because look, the Bonga Wali Road, how would anybody suggest that people can be slaughtered. And then, are you going to stop going to Bonga because there's Boko War? When do you know you will fall victim?
Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Kumasi.
The presidential candidate of the Ghana Union Movement, Reverend Christian Kwabena Andrew, has launched a scathing attack on the governing New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, accusing the two parties of destroying the country's economy. Addressing a news conference on the state of the country, the GUM leader was emphatic that the vote for the NPP and the NDC on December 7 will only signify the country's endorsement of corrupt governance. A report by Stanley Niblo.
The Ghana Union Movement, GUM, came third in the 2020 elections, securing 105,565 votes, which represented 0.805% of the over 30 million valid votes cast. This year, GUM has made it onto the ballot paper again, but this time, the party is largely absent from the campaign trail, a phenomenon its founder and leader, Reverend Christian Kwabena Andrews, has blamed on media blacklisting.
All the manifestos, things that we have brought out, talking about a free port, talking about old age benefits, and the others. Nobody seems to talk about it. When you blacklisted some parties and you don't want to talk about the party, don't you think you are doing more harm than good to yourself?
The GUM founder urged the electorate to reject the two major political parties at the polls, accusing them of failed leadership over the past 3 decades.
All these years that these two parties have been running this country, nothing seems to go on well. This group of people, both NDC and NPP, they are rather destroying this country. They loot and share, and they vamoose. That is why they are getting and telling people vote for us, vote for us. They are coming to loot us and go.
On policy implementation, the GUM presidential candidate announced that a Ghana under his leadership in 2025 would initiate moves to reduce parliamentary seats and focus on building new cities in the eastern, western, Ashanti and northern regions.
If I get the power, I'll reduce it from that 275 to 16. We have regional ministers. They manage the whole region. Why can't one MP manage one region? Regional MP, 16 people. Generals will give you one. Farmers will give us one. You see, with these parliamentarians as at now, they are just emptying the purse of this country.
Stanley Niblo, TV3 News, Accra.
GUM might be shocking us coming December 7. You might
never know. It's looking at 16 MPs.
Anyway, we'll live to see the moment coming December 7 as we are your one and only election command center. You're so tuning to Weekend Central here on TV3 with me, Godwin Asidiba.
My name is Grace Hamo Asari. We're back after this break. Stay with us.
Dr. Bawumia once said,
"We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast."
In 2020, we will promise an airport and a harbor. Fast forward to today, absolutely nothing. Show working. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
I'm a Ghanaian and I love luxury accredited faith and I love democracy.
December 7th, Ghana is voting.
Only peace. Peace, I give it to you all.
I love Ghana.
Peaceful election before, during, and after.
One Ghana.
Peace. Peace to everybody.
One Ghana. Ghana.
This message brought to you from the luxury accredited faith.
Hey, to the champion!
We all have that one friend, always by your side for the big moments and ready to assist. He's always got his eyes on the prize and his heart in the right place. where would we be without our BFF? This season, enjoy all 380 Premier League games with your BFF GoTV. Upgrade or reconnect to GoTV Super Plus for the discounted price of just 265 cedis today. GoTV, love it.
Dr. Bawumia once said,
Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering. And farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering. And industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering and Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering and men are suffering. Women are suffering and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
This Sunday on Hot Issues.
The current speaker has demonstrated that he is very neutral and objective.
Is the NPP caucus leader leading his caucus astray?
I think he's been overwhelmed with emotions and frustration.
The threat to cite the speaker for contempt, is it just hot air?
I dare them. It's hot air. Enough is enough. When Nanado leaves on 7 January, we should pray to the Almighty God and thank him that nothing untoward happened.
Hot Issues shows Sundays at 2 p.m. on TV3.
TV3, first in news.
Welcome back. Let's develop more election-related stories because the Ghana Medical Association, GMA, has added its voice to calls for free, fair and transparent elections as the country heads to the polls on December 7. The GMA, at a press briefing to mark the end of its 66th annual general meeting in Ho, is urging the Electoral Commission to hold itself to the highest standards of impartiality, transparency and accountability. My colleague, Volta Regional Correspondent Faisal Abdul-Idrisu joins us with more details on the GMA's communique. Faisal, thank you for joining us. What more have you gathered from the communique issued by the GMA?
Well, so this morning, the Ghana Medical Association, as part of activity to climax its one-week-long annual general meeting here in Ko, issued a communique, and the key highlights are, one, the issue of the association saying that we embrace the emerging technologies, particularly AI, which they are urging practitioners to infuse into their work. They are of the view that the issue of the new technologies bring some form of significant improvement to the general healthcare delivery, closes the gap in people in rural areas accessing healthcare, among others. But aside this, they want government to also invest and also ensure that the barriers that comes with the use of these new technologies are addressed. The issue of digital illiteracy, internet connectivity, among others. They are also urging members who are embracing these new technologies to be wary of the ethical issues that come with it, and that they want them to invest in training and learning what ways they can possibly use these technologies to improve healthcare delivery. Aside that, they want medical practitioners and those in the health sector to also venture into entrepreneurship. The urging government on the side to shift to them some of the ongoing Agenda 11 hospitals being built by government so that they could shift into providing specialized healthcare services to Ghanaians. This, they say that the government should provide them with tax incentives, tax waivers, among others. They will be able to venture into private practice, but in areas that are of specialty and will be of greater use to the Ghanaian public. But because we are heading to the election, the Ghana Medical Association will not miss the opportunity to comment on the election. They want a free and fair election, urging the Electoral Commission to hold itself to the highest form of standard. They want the political parties to also take note of the issues that could probably disrupt our democracy. They should, in any way possible, make sure that their members adhere to the regulations governing the election. They must be law-abiding. And overall, they want the Ghanaian public, particularly those who are voting, to be aware of the fact that despite the fact that they have voting rights, they also have responsibilities in ensuring that we safeguard our democracy and have a very peaceful election.
Faisal, we also know that the vice presidential candidate for the NPP, Dr. Mateko Puprempe, was at the meeting, and he spoke about the fact that the minimum education level for health professionals should be a degree instead of the diploma and certificate courses. What has been the reaction of the GMA to this suggestion by NAPO?
The GMA hasn't really commented on this issue yet, but if you recall, this is already an ongoing conversation. Not too long ago, it emerged in the media, and when the vice presidential candidate representing the vice president spoke on the issue, from the reaction within the auditorium, you will realize that it is a conversation every stakeholder seated in the auditorium would want us to have as to what the position of the GMA is on this matter that has not been made public yet.
Faisal, thank you for bringing us those details. Faisal is our representative in the Volta region, updating us on the 66th annual GMA conference.
Voters in Brekum and the Bono region are anxiously awaiting the December 7 general elections, with many likely to base their vote on issues such as the cost of living, education and employment. Here are the views of some residents who spoke with TV3.
Yeti to power na power so a obohu an saasa okota be de be ma be de ma wa obeduru asi kwa me koto power na meduru na omoti ma.
My biggest worry is that our electricity consumes faster, and that will be what I'll consider when voting.
Ye obeti ma ba so say we need your be ba so obeti ma boa empuntu ama ye to yeti ma konkan
ne behwe atwa ba ye di kan ye ma setinam abrabo no se ne yeko.
I will vote based on my current situation. High electricity tariffs, high cost of living will influence my decision.
Looking
for the free education more than like I'm expecting it more than everything. Maybe the reason why I'm a vote too for this year election year, free education.
First here pa adwuma no manum na youth nya binya na youth rete net among first kana moje.
The youth are involved in online scamming and money rituals because there are no jobs. We need jobs.
Enti besere mpanfo bamfo manasi fom adwuma tituo no ene hia ikase pa o manum.
We cross over to the northern part of the country. A sinkhole in Salaga, which has tragically claimed the lives of over 7 children in recent years, has now been given a facelift. Residents say the sinkhole, located in the Dabu-Balin electoral area, has caused significant harm to the community. However, they expressed their gratitude to the NPP candidate for addressing their long-standing concern. My colleague Christopher Amwako has been engaging with the residents and joins us live on Zoom for details on the back of the story. Chris, thank you so much for your time. Give us more insights into the sinkhole and how it has affected the people in the area.
Yes, so Godwin, the sinkhole has been there for decades. Right. And most of the people living in that area, it has provided source of water for them over the years, because during the dry season, this is where they go to draw water from. Unfortunately, because of the water in that sinkhole, the children in that vicinity usually go there to play. And there is also a school just closer by the sinkhole. And so when the children go, some of them unfortunately fall into the sinkhole and die. And so it has become a matter of concern for residents in that area. Fortunately for them, despite some lives that have been lost over the period, the MPP parliamentary candidate for Salaga South, Adam Salifu Brahma, provided a fencing for them so that it will help curb the issues of fatalities that are recorded in that area. Some residents have been sharing their concerns. Let's take a listen to what they've been saying.
Wuringa ya yi muna barnan da ya yi muna ba mu goye shi ba tsakanin da gwamnati manyan da ke nan duka sun san da zama mun ga ma MP da ke kai bata tanka mu ba mun ga mata bata tanka ba ma ba wai ina ganin ta ba da muka zo muka ga ma an kaza sala shi yana bidani tukuna ya samu ba tukuna amma mun ga mishi da zuwan shi bai saya ba she ya zo ya biya muna bukata don shi biyan bukatan nan da ya biyan nan ba mu san yadda za mu yi mu gaishe shi ba.
Right. Christopher, can you briefly break down exactly what he has been saying?
Yes, so what he's saying is that when the incidents started happening, they have put this concern across to several opinion leaders and people in authority to seek for help from them. But none of them responded positively, and it took the MPP parliamentary candidate to respond. And what he has done, he has helped to save lives in the community, and they can only show gratitude to him because not only children from that vicinity have died out of it. A teacher at the T.I. Ahmadiyya Senior High School in Salaga lost the child there and had to relocate from Salaga to a different school. And so it's also cost them when it comes to education. So they are very grateful for this intervention.
Right. It's quite devastating and really sad to know that it has caused harm to quite a number of people in the area, and this definitely will be some good news to them. But we understand the NPP candidate has been speaking with you. What has he been saying about the situation?
Yes, so basically what he's saying is that he's happy that today he has been able to come through with this intervention. For him, helping community development is what has been his priority, and if given the opportunity, he'll be able to do more for the people of the area. And so he's happy that at least his little intervention is bringing some sort of relief to the people in the Dagomba Line electoral area.
It was assemblyment with the PTA, St. Anthony Primary School. They came together with the opinion leader, Sarkin Fawa, and then Sarkin Fawa, then the Gomba chief came together and launched a complaint to the parliamentary candidate, Honorable Uncle Sali, about this development. Therefore, Uncle came and did the visibility study, and then after which he then organized himself with his people, and they came together and did this wonderful work for us. We are grateful for him for such important thing that will help the community.
Some good news definitely coming in for the people in Salaga. Christopher Mwako, thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure you will definitely be paying attention to this story and update us subsequently on how the residents will be reacting to it. You're still tuning to Weekend Central here on TV3. My name is Godwin Asideba. We are going for another break, and we will be back shortly with some interesting stories. Please do stay with us.
Under the MPP, we have arrested the rapid depreciation of the city.
A nose-diving currency.
Why are you running?
Which has rather arrested the person who said he would arrest. He had arrested it.
I understand.
The dollar has rather arrested him. And so we're looking for him. We can't find him. I asked the IGP if he had the key so that we could find where Vice President was, and he said he doesn't have it.
I understand.
still amazed by the stuff that comes out of your mouth.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Oh yes, on the 16th of November 2024, all rollers to King David Entertainment Center inside Summer. Come, let's party with the Afrobeat Badman Kelvin Boy. Let's party inside the biggest, finest, and award-winning entertainment center inside Summer. Escape the ordinary and indulge in luxury at our guest house, where comfort meets convenience. Taste the flavors of Ghana and beyond at our exquisite restaurant, where every bite tells a story. This Chaco Grill Guinea fowl with hot or mild pepper. It's the best delicacy. When the sun sets, the party begins. Dance the night away under the stars at our electrifying night. Enjoy the nightlife under the moonlight at KD's poolside or pub with live band settings every weekend. We have perfect security system, both physical and electronic, so your safety is assured.
We did there, King David. The Afrobeat Badman Day there. I know everybody will pull up. You can miss this one on the 16th of November. At the pull up, it go mad, yeah? Kaula, we did there. My head, you there for my head. But
we all have that one friend, always by your side for the big moments and ready to assist. He's always got his eyes on the prize and his heart in the right place. Where would we be without our BFFs? This season, enjoy all 380 Premier League games with your BFF GoTV. Upgrade or reconnect to GoTV Super Plus for the discounted price of just 265 cedis today. GoTV, love it.
Dr. Bawumia once said,
but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Dr. Bawumia, you know, when your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. That time now, $1 to 4 cedis. And today, 11.5. The rate of depreciation. What are we going to say? $1. India, a Turkish near Medinica, ewo dosa or the bremi. Embla me money deposit. Not dollar no. 6 cedis to $1. In August 2022, over $100,000. I have the evidence. Nigeria 1,550,000 Ghana cedis, meaning the dollar was 15 cedis, 50 pesos. Where were the strategies?
The dollar, which was selling at 4.2 Ghana cedis in 2016, is today selling at about 17 Ghana cedis. Prices keep rising. Businesses are collapsing. Yet the so-called economic messiah is dead silent and totally clueless about how to fix it. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Welcome back. Let's do some more stories. The United States Ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, has advised Ghanaians to respect international obligations and domestic laws, which center on the need to protect the rights of all persons irrespective of their sexual orientation. Speaking to the media on the activities on LGBTQ, she noted that discrimination of any kind is bad and Ghana must avoid it.
LGBTQ rights, or the rights of LGBTQ people, are not special rights. There's no such thing as LGBTQ rights. Those are human rights. And I've been very careful not to engage in a moral conversation in Ghana and to approach this with humility. And to say, I'm not having a conversation about the morality. You need to have a conversation around your dinner table or at church about those things. But I'm saying, please honor the rights that are enshrined in Ghana's constitution and in the international instruments like the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that Ghana is a party to. because discrimination of any kind is bad for your economy, for your political life, and for social life. And I think also inconsistent, if I may, with Ghana's like really deeply respected values of tolerance. It's the thing that I most respect about and admire about Ghana. And I've been quiet about the issue since it's been before the courts. And I, again, hope that the Ghana's constitution and the human rights that Ghana's constitution protects will prevail.
The National Service Authority says it will no longer allow personnel posted to the teaching field to just go to the classrooms without shaping their teaching skills. This follows observation by the authority that most personnel without teaching background fail to deliver to satisfaction when sent to the classroom. Speaking at the training of over 3,000 personnel, Executive Director of the National Service Authority, Osei Sibianchi, said the intention to ensure that the service personnel discharge their duties efficiently is to give them the accurate training.
All these years, National Service were only posting personnel to go and teach at the senior high school. And we were going against the law because those that we were sending there didn't have any pedagogical knowledge and background, which is against the law. So we came out, sat down with NTC, GES, and with support of the ministry and the support of the Minister of Education, the President, we were able to put up things together. And now there's a program that from last 2 years that is being run, where all those that are being sent to the senior high school, we bring them together so that they will be taken through the pedagogical knowledge for them to have it. So by the time they go, they know methods of teaching. And it's not only about the knowledge that is being bequeathed to them, but at least they help them in shaping their skills. So apart from the knowledge that is being given to them, those who also do a distance program, at the end of the day will also have a diploma in education. So here, the personnel came to do the service with a degree, but he will end up going out with a diploma in education, which is going to be helpful. Our focus is deployment for employment, meaning that you don't have to deploy people without rigorously taking them through, matching what they've studied to where they are going to do the service, to see the impact that is going to have on them.
Let's talk about health, because stroke claims a life every 6 seconds globally, and in Ghana, it's one of the top causes of death and disability, with 1 in 4 adults at risk of suffering a stroke in their lifetime. Healthcare workers are calling on individuals to know their numbers, manage risk, and take proactive steps to prevent stroke. Here is Emmanuel Samani's report.
Raise your arms up in the air.
Stroke is one of the leading causes of death and disability worldwide, particularly in developing nations.
Tim!
According to the World Stroke Organization, 80% of strokes are preventable by addressing key risk factors such as hypertension, poor diet, and sedentary lifestyle. Here in Ghana, hypertension is the most prevalent risk factor for stroke, with many unaware of their high blood pressure until it is too late. Unfortunately, access to medical care remains a significant barrier, leading to some Ghanaians turning to herbal treatments despite the lack of proven efficacy and the potential for complications.
1 in 4 individuals, adults, will get a stroke in their lifetime, and you don't want to be that one person. And by being active, by being greater than stroke, addressing all the risk factors, you have a greater chance of not getting a stroke. And whilst we are commemorating stroke and helping our patients live with stroke, survive the stroke, and have less morbidity, the key message is still do not get a stroke.
Dr. Lukman Ahmed Kinan, a physician specialist with the Ghana Armed Forces Critical Care and Emergency Hospital, highlights the importance of awareness and lifestyle adjustments to manage and prevent hypertension.
It's important for us to know our risk factors, and the number 1 risk factor is hypertension. So we should endeavor to check our BPs regularly. We need to also encourage people to eat more fruit and vegetables, have regular exercise, and also to stop drinking and smoking as well.
The message is clear. Know your numbers, adopt a healthy lifestyle, and take proactive steps to protect yourself from stroke. By making these changes, we can reduce the toll of this life-altering condition. Emmanuel Samani, TV3 News, Ghana Armed Forces Critical Care and Emergency Hospital, Accra.
It's usually good to know your numbers, you know, your cholesterol level,
your blood pressure, your weight, and your cholesterol level. These three numbers. Last week, Wednesday, I was at the hospital. For some reasons, I had to check my weight and my blood pressure.
I'm not trying to body shame, but
it's okay.
Right. I'm glad you've made some time to join us here on Weekend Central. My name is Godwin Asideba, but it's very necessary that you get to watch your health as well because stroke is real.
You don't want to be the one in that 4 adults who gets the stroke.
Absolutely.
So know your numbers, exercise regularly, eat well, and also rest. Don't put pressure on your body.
And also, don't forget to hop on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter as well, as at TV3 Ghana. We also have our 3news.com on Instagram, where you can get to have all your news updates. It's very active, so get interactive with us on there as well. Talking about your outfit today, it's giving a bed. You know,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. That's our package for you today. My name is Grace Hamu Ajuman.
I'm Godwin Asideba. We'll see you next week. Stay with us here on TV3. Bye-bye.